Now, the IT industry that you're in right now, well, it's sort of social tech, social tech
really
enterprise,
interesting,
has always been more of a male-dominated
Oh, yeah.
industry, right? So what were the challenges that you face being the odd one out, so to speak,
So my company, we actually started with 3 guys and me.
Okay.
So I was like the only girl in that whole mix. Challenges wise, I think I actually played I don't think they were challenges per se. I think there were a lot of things that I had and the guys didn't. For example, like I was much better with empathizing with my users when I was doing how to design the product. I had that more I wouldn't want to say like girly aspect, but that more like empathetic nature in comparison to my guy counterparts.
The UX division is very much a girl thing.
So like user experience is something that I think both men and women are in it right now. But the nature for all these men and women is that they have an empathetic nature. They're very detail oriented. And those types of qualities would make someone to be good in like user experience design.
So is today a good day to share that story of why you left Amazon? Was it to start Bantu or?
The main reason was because I wanted to start Bantu. I think at that point in time, my other co-founders were graduating from school. I graduated like 1 year ahead of them because I was...
Because you were smart?
You were better than them. No, not just...
No, I was just older than them in terms of academic years.
Right.
And at that point in time, I really joined Amazon. And at that point in time, my CEO, who's Nicholas, he asked me like, do you want to take a chance on this? Like, do you want to let's try it out? We have no idea whether it will work. We will 99% fail. Like, that's like failure rate is always really
But that's startup life, man.
Yeah, and like, but is this something that do you want to do together with us? And I think that spirit of like, that spirit of friendship, and working together and doing something bigger, I think that was what I was looking for at that point in time. I think back then I was like 24 when I left Amazon, and I just turned 26 a few months ago,
right.
And since then, it's been so much of a difference. I'm really focusing on the customer. I am, really growing all my skill sets in whether design, marketing. I just am put in the field, and I think to be an entrepreneur is the best place that you can grow because you are literally thrown into the deep end of the pool and you have literally no skill sets. Graduating from college. Theory, that's about it. I have not much working experience. I have no network. I literally have nothing. Kind of like the Singapore story,
It's a Singaporean dream, right?
And that kind of like lack of resources really pushes me to just Google anything that I don't know. I learn anything from scratch, and even if all these venture things, entrepreneurship doesn't work out in the end, which is a very, very like realistic expectation that I have. At the end of the day, I've grown so much more than any of my peers because I'm just put in that position to do so. Like the way I'm sitting here talking to you guys today, it's not something that someone who's like 26 will be doing as well.
Yeah,
definitely.
So I really see myself growing in all these aspects a lot.
What advice would you give to young women or even to older women who wants to do a startup in tech, maybe like yourself in a social tech startup, or even to do to have a career change at an older age?
I sound like I sound like I'm repeating myself. But I really think it's about treasuring the number of years that you have in this life, and to know that you don't live forever, and to think about like if you had a choice today to change your job, would you, and what would it be? And if that ultimately, you think that it makes you happier and your life is more fulfilling, and that when one day you finally retire, you feel like, hey, I lived a really fulfilling life. If that's the kind of life that you want, I think being an entrepreneur, doing your own thing, just taking more ownership of whatever you're doing in general, and not feeling like, oh, I'm just in this job for money and that's about it. If you have that privilege to do so, of course, I don't mean like everyone who like entrepreneurship in itself is a privilege. Like honestly, it is, because like I have my parents are supportive. I'm not financially so strapped right now, and it really is a privilege. And I think more if you have privilege and you are born in a slightly more privileged family, you have that circumstances to do that, then I think it's a duty for you to do something greater for your society as well, and not just be part of that. cogwheel and that, just that everyday grind. But having that privilege should make you think like you have a bigger part to play in society and do something that makes society a bit better.